A caveman or troglodyte is a stock character based upon widespread concepts of the way in which Neanderthals or early humans may have looked and behaved. The term caveman, sometimes used colloquially to refer to Neanderthal people or Cro-Magnon early humans, originates out of assumptions about the association between early humans and caves, most clearly demonstrated in cave painting or bench models. Cavemen are frequently represented as living with dinosaurs in popular culture, despite the fact dinosaurs became extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period, some 66 million years before the emergence of the human species. One of the earliest portrayals of cavemen and dinosaurs together is D.W. Griffith's Brute Force, a silent film released in 1914, while more recent examples include the comic strip BC and the television series The Flintstones. Basis of archetype: caveman-like heraldic wild men were found in European and African iconography for hundreds of years. During the Middle Ages, these creatures were generally depicted in art and literature as bearded and covered in hair, and often wielding clubs and dwelling in caves. While wild men were always depicted as living outside of civilization, there was an ongoing debate as to whether they were human or animal. Cavemen are portrayed as wearing shaggy animal hides, armed with rocks or cattle bone clubs, unintelligent, and aggressive. The image of them living in caves arises from the fact that caves are where the preponderance of ritual paintings and artifacts from prehistoric cultures have been found, although this most likely reflects the degree of preservation that caves provide over the millennia rather than an indication of their typical form of shelter. Expressions such as living in a cave have become cultural metaphors for a modern human who displays traits of great ignorance or uncivilized behavior. Stereotypes in culture: in Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World, ape men are depicted in a fight with modern humans. Edgar Rice Burroughs adapted this idea for The Land That Time Forgot. A genre of caveman movies emerged, typified by D.W. Griffith's Man's Genesis. They inspired Charles Chaplin's satiric take, in his prehistoric past, as well as Brute Force, The Caveman, and later Caveman. From the descriptions, Griffith's characters can't talk, and use sticks and stones for weapons, while the hero of Caveman is a Tarzan-esque figure who fights dinosaurs. Stereotypical cavemen have traditionally been depicted wearing smock-like garments made of animal skin and held up by a shoulder strap on one side, and carrying large clubs approximately conical in shape. Depictions of the Paleolithic in the media. In fiction, especially as pure entertainment or satire, cavemen are sometimes depicted as living contemporaneously with dinosaurs, a situation contradicted by archaeological and paleontological evidence which shows that non-avian dinosaurs became extinct 66 million years ago, at which time true primates had not yet appeared. In popular culture, the comic strips BC, Alley-Oop and occasionally The Far Side and Gogs portray cavemen in that way. The animated television series The Flintstones, a spoof on family sitcoms, portrays the Flintstones not in caves, but in 1950s or Euro 1960s ranch-style homes that suggested caves and had stone fittings. Stereotypical cavemen are also often featured in advertising, including advertisements for Minute Maid. More recently, GEICO launched a series of television commercials and attempts at viral marketing, collectively known as the GEICO Cavemen advertising campaign, where GEICO announcers are repeatedly denounced by modern cavemen for perpetuating a stereotype of unintelligent, backward cavemen. The GEICO advertisement spawned a short-lived TV series called Cavemen. Documentaries: Ice World, Walking with Cavemen, Walking with Beasts, Caveman characters. There are various caveman characters in popular culture: Alley-Oop, Anthro, BC, Captain Caveman, Cave Girl from Awesomeness TV, The Cavemen from Puppet Up, Cavewoman, Chuck Rock, The Flintstones, Flint Hammerhead from Flint the Time Detective, Francis the Caveman, a character from All That, the GEICO Cavemen, featured in a series of commercials, and later the spin-off television show Cavemen, Gogs, Land of the Lost, Mitre, The Stone Rollers from Bailey's Comets, Stig of the Dump, The Resurrection of Jimbo, Tor, Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, A Saturday Night Live sketch, The Yahoos from Gulliver's Travels, The 2,000-Year-Old Man, a series of comedy skits by Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner. A comedy skit with both caveman and ancient history jokes. Movies involving cavemen: Man's Genesis, 1912, Brute Force, 1914, His Prehistoric Past, 1914. Charlie Chaplin silent film, Three Ages, 1923. Buster Keaton silent film, Flying Elephants, 1928. Laurel and Hardy silent film, 1 Million BC, 1940, Mysterious Island, Teenage Caveman, 1958. Roger Corman film and 2002 TV series, Riega, 1962, 1 Million Years BC, 1966, It's About Time, When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, 1970, The Land That Time Forgot, 1975, The People That Time Forgot, 1977, Planet of Dinosaurs. 1978, The Missing Link, 1980, Caveman, 1981, History of the World, Part 1, 1981, Quest for Fire, 1981, Luggage of the Gods. 1983, Fire and Ice, Iceman, 1984, The Clan of the Cave Bear, 1986, Ensign Man, 1992, The Flintstones, 1994, Ensign Woman, 1996, Bikini Cave Girl, 2004, The Man from Earth, 2007, Homo erectus, also known as National Lampoon's Stoned Age, 2007. October, 000 British Columbia, 2008, Year 1, 2009, Birdemic 2, 2011, The Croods, 2013, Night at the Museum 3, 2014, Novels, The Story of Alberta, 1897, The Village in the Treetops, 1901, Quest for Fire, 1911, The Lost World, 1912, The Cave Girl, 1913, The Land That Time Forgot, 1918, Dawn of the Lost Land, 1935, The Inheritors, 1955, Dance of the Tiger, 1980, Earth's Children series, The Clan of the Cave Bear, 1980, The Valley of Horses, 1982, The Mammoth Hunters, 1985, The Plains of Passage, 1990, The Shelters of Stone, 2001, The Land of Painted Caves, 2011. Harry Harrison's Eden series, West of Eden, 1984, Winter in Eden, 1986, Return to Eden, 1988. Captain Underpants and the Revolting Revenge of the Radioactive Robo-Boxers, 2013. See also, Cro-Magnon, Human Evolution, Neanderthal, Paleolithic, Neanderthals in Popular Culture, References.